Yes, good people. Big up to all of you. Welcome back to Just Perspective. Specifically, welcome back to another Transfer Watch show on Just Perspective. I hope you're all doing well, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Today, we'll talk about Victor Gyokeres. We'll talk about Victor Osimhen, Karim Benzema, Conor Gallagher, and of course Amanda Broja, and some definitely chances are as the show progresses, some news or some stuff may emerge, and if they do, be rest assured that will address them here. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Without wasting much of your time, sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, good people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. As usual, we'll keep it interactive here. So it's important that I say hello to those of you in the chat before we move on. And we have the gist of my bro, Chelsea Mitchell. Woo! Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And if you're watching, if you haven't, go check out Chelsea Mitchell Boyd's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Chelsea being quiet in the window. We've talked about that. I think they found a way to keep their transfer activities under wraps, and you don't hear anything until we are close to finalizing a deal. That's usually when we hear something. But they talk, what we've learned is that they talk to multiple targets. They don't focus on one. They have plan A, B, up to C, actually. And given what we've heard from football agents who weren't happy with that approach because it led to their clients joining clubs that they didn't want to join. I like it like that. Greetings from Ghana, my bro, Newmani Awule. I'm quite sure you enjoyed that beautiful goal from Mohamed Kudus from outside the box in the African Cup of Nations. What a beauty. A well-taken goal from Ghana to you, Kochi, and every Blue fan. Kochi, hope you have been keeping an eye on Osimhen and the African tournaments and the chances he's missing. This is why I say no to sign him. I think club level football for me is different. I have all the reasons why I've been arguing let's not sign him. I think his quality from his under 17 days until now that he's mature as it is right now, he will pick up form. He's playing his thing, probably pressure, because more like him carrying the team. But we'll get to that in a bit. But congratulations to you. Looks like you're going to win this one, but it's just first half. Santimuno, big up to you, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. And we have Neymar will spend before deadline day. It could be next week or upper week. Probably maybe deadline day proper, but we'll find out. But I'm quite sure we will sign a player or two. We must beat Middlesbrough. No excuses. Rich money makers. Nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Everyone, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 12 likes. But most definitely we should be doing way better than 12 likes. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show here. And if you're watching from Rich Money Makers to Namaya Fawale, All of you, Santiago Muno, please do share the link to the show on whatever social media platform where you have presence so people can come check it out. The more people we'll have here, the better for us. But that's, by the way, let's see. And the mindful were they saying Broja off for sale. I don't know what to believe these days, but it's sounding. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this. If we're selling Broja, that will definitely that will mean that most definitely we're gonna get another player in. Because it just wouldn't make sense to sell him and now bring in another striker in, to be specific. For me, Nkunku is a hybrid striker, and we don't have the luxury to wait until whenever Jackson comes back from AFCON. They may well make it to the final, so that will be an issue. Why did you take long? Because I do everything alone, and it's not that straightforward. Breaking news: the board are looking at experience in the market. We knew before time that that was going to be the case. I get it. The project they have in mind is a long-term project. It will take time before things will fall into place and the team will start playing as a unit, winning trophies and become fearless and all that. But they probably realize that if we don't achieve a European place, if we don't participate in any European competition in the coming season, it will hit our pocketbooks. So probably they understand the importance of mixing it up with a bit more experience to have a balanced squad, so that we're able to control games, we're able to play consistently well and all of that. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. If we get Benzema, we get top 4. That's no guarantee. On paper, actually you can argue if we get Benzema, we'll most definitely become better. Whether that will lead to us getting top 4, I don't know. Do I think we'll get him? There are a lot of stuff to consider. As much as I think if we really want to get him on a 6-month loan, we can afford that. We can negotiate something. I get it. He's earning nearly 3.5 million pounds or so. I don't know the exact number in the Saudi Pro League, which means to me, if he joined in any European club on loan, he'd be earning quite a lot. And chances are the Saudis could just ask for a loan fee and still be paying his salary. If they are off season, if their season has ended, so it will be just what if Benzema wants to come to us, I think the salary should be the least of our concerns. Because if we pay the Saudis a loan fee, we're saving them some money. I get it. Yeah, so in most cases, I've heard on occasions that players do go on loan, and the parent club will still be paying their salary, but they get a loan fee from the club that loaned the player. So it's still good business. It's win-win for both clubs. The question is, would he want to come to us? I mean, if we really want that to happen, we can try and convince him. And Merger 3 says, what about Benzema? We're not too sure what's going to happen, but the rumors are that his entourage are working on it seriously, trying to find him a club outside the Saudi Pro League. I think they're off season right now. I don't know. I don't follow the Saudi Pro League. But that's, by the way, my bro, Constantine Dunn. Big up, bro. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Thank you. Thank you so much for always supporting you, bro. And this is for you. The likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And quickly, I want to appeal to those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we sincerely do appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second to please drop a like on the stream for us to help us garner more likes, so that the YouTube algorithm will be forced to push the stream to more people who'd be interested in what we have lined up here. Let's see. Hello to YouTube, bro. Let's see what else we have here. Calm down, bro. Deadline day, we will know. I don't want deadline day. If you try to complete any important deal on deadline day, you will most definitely be paying a premium for that player, whether on loan, whether on a permanent. It's usually not a good thing. And I don't think the deadline day deals in recent years have really worked out for us. Yeah, you see that we end up overpaying for a player who, after joining us, didn't perform again. Didn't put in the sort of performance that's close to what we had in mind when we paid the loan, when we paid the signing fee from me for them, for that individual, to be specific. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go along with Coach. When you're late, you are getting the Chibitino when you're on time, which is rare. I'm usually on time, but I listen. This it's becoming stressful. That's because I do everything alone. Thumbnail, write up, research, and everything. It's not been easy, but I'm working on bringing on people. One person will be doing the members on the show weekly, but the agreement, the sort of contracts he wants from Chelsea perspective is something I'm not sure I'm able to do, but I'll get back to them. So don't worry, things will come together. One man army, and believe me, give me some credit. I'm doing well. And Jerry C, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Thank you so much. Nice to see you here. It's not easy. I know probably everybody we're all busy, but finding the time to participate or even to say hello, like you're saying, that's huge. Let's move on. The matter let's saying, but it's because of FFP we cannot spend. I would just say we cannot overspend. I think we're good if we can make sales. If we're truly serious about signing players this particular window, we'd be making some sales. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. I don't think we're just going to the market and start paying without making some sales. That would be really difficult. So yeah, maybe that's why we're looking to sell Amanda Broja. But we get to that in a bit. FFP is fine. Yep, we've heard that. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. And here's a secret for you one more time. If you're following the show on Instagram, maybe Facebook or X, formerly known as Twitter, here's a secret for you. You are better off joining us on YouTube, subscribing to the channel, and more importantly, make sure you turn on the notification bell on. You just click on it so that you'll be notified whenever we go live. If you do that, you get a chance to win at least $50 every month if you're a student. Because yeah, we do our best for our students whenever we can. Do giveaway. The plan is to do a monthly giveaway for our students whenever we can to support them, because I've been there myself, especially in the foreign land. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. We're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers right now. We are at 18,499 subscribers. We're getting there. Hopefully, we'll get there by the time the transfer window ends. Let's see. But why hasn't Fabrizio done anything about this transfer? Does he pay the check? No, he follows the transfer activities and reports on them. He doesn't sign the checks. Coach being late, you're automatically down 0-1. Just so you know, nope. Nope, I don't agree, because I'm a one-man army, so you can't say that. And the good news is that FFP has slowed down all the other clubs. I'm not sure what to make of that. All right, let's start addressing the items we have lined up here one by one. The first item, I think the wrong one is showing, so I have to go there and make sure we're selecting the correct item. There you go. There you go. Let's go for it. Let's go. Let's go, people. Let's go. All right, the first item here is this, and it says that Chelsea have been okay. Let me just read it as I'm seeing it on the screen. Let me not try to paraphrase or maybe remix it. That's the language I like to use. It says that Chelsea have been to watch Victor Gyokeres many times, but also his teammate Ousmane Diomande. I think that's why we are having stories as both players are among the names on Chelsea's scouting list, but it's nothing concrete at the moment. That's one. And I've seen another report which says that despite reports that Chelsea aren't interested in Victor Gyokeres, that we are actually interested in signing him. So I'm not sure what to believe. But here's my here's what I'm going to say here. If we're truly interested in signing Victor Gyokeres, I don't think we'll also be moving to sign Victor Osimhen. I don't think we'll be signing the two Victors. I think it'd have to be one or the other because it wouldn't make sense. Both would come at a premium. None of them will come cheap. Gyokeres has a 100 million euros release clause on his current Sporting CP contract. Victor Osimhen, we know I don't think we'll be signing both. So I want to hear you with your what you have to say with regards to the report on the screen. Let's hear what you have to say while I share the link with the panelists here. Let's see. But usually, I don't see that whenever it's just about addressing reports out there. Usually, in most cases, you can say no need for having an extra panelist. I'd rather breeze through them with you and get it done as quickly as possible. But I usually also do share the link with the panelists in case they want to have a say with the reports out there. Because what we do is we dissect and analyze reports that are out there and try to come to a sensible conclusion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you finding the time to join the links, the show. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, we've addressed that one. And this here, just having a conversation there. Let's see what else we have. Let's see. We need to save the money for world-class players only. Yeah, Osimhen is a world-class player, but I don't count Gyokeres as a world-class player yet. I don't because he's you can say he's just emerged onto the scenes and haven't done much. And I'm not judging him given the fact that he was just playing in the championship last season. No, because that's not a good criteria to judge how good a player can be or can become, for lack of a better language. There, I'm just saying that he hasn't done it consistently. It's just a season, and the season isn't actually over right now. We need I think we need to save that. Let's see. Victor Gyokeres at Chelsea but they don't want to pay that price on him. Rumors are there were rumors out a few days ago actually suggesting that we actually went in with an was it I think 60 million pounds bid or so, but it was rejected outright. They want us to pay the release clause before to trigger the release clause before we even start talking. Whether that is true or not, I honestly do not know. And Usadame and Umoneko, nice to see you. Let them just wait till the summer and get a better option. We've also heard, with regards to what you just said, we've also heard that they're not in a rush. They're not in a rush to sign any new players right now, to sign a striker right now. They're taking their time. But let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. They have rejected our bid. That's all rumors. Signed the striker before the Borough game to open the giant bus. If we signed a striker now before, I don't think the striker gets a chance to play before the Borough game. But that's just my opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And CFC Gavin, there you go. He has the link to his YouTube channel. Go check it out if you haven't subscribed. Let's help him grow. There was no bid has been confirmed. Exactly. So that's something else. That was why I said those were all rumors at the time. I think a few days ago, actually, and the follow-up reports, you could say, debunked that, saying there were no beats at all. Those were all rumors. Deborah Markinju, nice to see you again. Great, everyone. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. And let's see what else we have here. So what points I prefer? We get Osimhen instead. Not up to me. Let the club decide. That's what I mean. Diamonde or Gyokeres are not even close to world class. They're not even close. Both you can say they both just emerged onto the scenes. And for Gyokeres, in terms of his exploits this season, it's great, all great, but he hasn't done that consistently. Yep, exactly. So we're saying the same thing right there. Let's say Diamonde, very good, but not world class. Yep, and probably they'll be asking premium. It just looks asking for a premium to sign him. It just looks as if the Portuguese clubs are from Sporting CP to Benfica. I think it's traditional for them to add the release clause to all the players they're signing, and that's because you can say at one time they probably started to feel as if they've become the breeding ground for big clubs, where they nurture players, sign a player from an unknown player, nurture them to become good players for big clubs, and then boom, big clubs will come buy them, and that has led to them not achieving anything beyond their domestic league. So it just doesn't make sense. Monica saying Osimhen, Theo Hernandez will be cool for the summer. Let's see what the club does. And a lot of Chelsea fans actually are melting down on X because Osimhen missed, I think, 2 chances actually. But I don't know how the judge. Someone are actually already saying they don't want to see him at the club. Nkunku, no, but he's working very hard. But I don't think it's get to play. I don't think he gets to play against Borough. Yes, or Alfonso Davis, Musiala. You can't get Musiala. You know that. You should know that you're not gonna be able to get Musiala. And here's my logic behind that argument: is this Musiala probably Bayern will be able to up his salary to the next level. Right. To the next level comfortably and keep him for many more years, let's say at least 4 more years. But in the case of Alfonso Davis, he's at the stage where to keep him, they'd have to pay him something that will become problematic for them, if that makes sense. That's a lot. I usually look into that a lot. Man City, for instance, they do sell players when players are, you could say, that earns certain amount of money monthly. You could say the top earners usually you have to perform exceptionally well for them to decide, okay, you know what, we'll still keep you. I hope you understand my point there. Let's see what else we have. Chelsea have looked at Matty Cash. Okay, let's see what else we have. Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich might be free as well, apparently. That's been, I think they've not been able to extend his contract. So he might be available. No striker signing this January is a direct indictment on Poch. It means he's on his way out. We'll find out. But Adebayo Makinju, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. 17 likes, and we are 27 minutes into the show. We are not doing well with the likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Cash money makers. Yeah, exactly. Cash money makers. Let's see. Victor Gyokeres is the best for Chelsea. I don't know whether the club sees as the way you're saying it. I honestly do not know, but we'll find out. Let's see, Kachila, I encountered a Nigerian in Scotland today, and I told him that we will get Victor. He expressed a belief that Osimhen's style doesn't align with Chelsea, echoing the reasons you've mentioned. That I've given up on that. I've argued because he's still very young. And if the manager can at least adjust his preferred approach to football to accommodate him, fine. And if he himself can also maybe do his research and find out that the manager usually doesn't play your stereotypical number nines because he's played like that nearly the entirety of his life, then fine. I've moved on beyond that because every time I try to talk about that, people don't seem to care. So the manager can tweak his approach a bit to accommodate him, and him also, so very young, can adapt to a more fluid approach than playing in a team where the moment they get to the final third, they channel all their goal scoring chances through him. And which means if he comes to Chelsea, if the manager doesn't change to accommodate him, if he doesn't score as many goals as he's used to scoring at Napoli, he may well get frustrated. And the fans actually, without even understanding that the fact that he's not scoring as many as he scored and in Italy it's not his fault, they'd start blaming him. So that's where I'm concerned. He's an excellent player, but we'll see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Portuguese clubs. I'm milking big clubs. 6 months or a season of development, yeah, and then but not because they have a good scouting network, and I think it would be like that. I think it would be like that forever because big clubs, they don't have the luxury to sign the up and coming talents and give them the opportunity to develop into you can say mature players. They don't have the luxury. The smaller clubs will always be the one to take their time to scout for that those hidden gems and then get them to their club, give them the game time they need to develop. So it will remain like that. You can say forever, in my opinion. There's no two ways about that. Let's see. No Styles works with this coach. We can only buy on loan. Let's see what else we have. That's a good way to say it. We can only buy on loan. I'm not sure how to interpret that one. Man City will be relegated. That is just somebody's opinion. I get it. The fact that that person who said that he's called a financial expert. I can't quite remember his name. He said Man City could get relegated if found guilty of the 115 of financial rules breaches and all that. I'm not going to get into that. It's just his opinion until we'll hear the outcome of the independent. Do they have they? No, the case is still actually under investigation by the FA themselves. It hasn't been handed to an independent body. Yeah, maybe the board are still having meetings. We need a CB and a striker. Let's see what they do. A left back, Chelsea are looking at. I've heard that since last season, and I've also, you can say, uh, before now, I've always known that we'll be looking to sign another left back, and that's because they're not going to trust Ben Chilwell. Maybe in the summer, but maybe they give him time from now to the summer to see if he stays fit, and if it doesn't, then yeah, they the club might well start looking for a left back. But that's a small opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. The board are not happy with Levi Colwell being. You said that 1,000 times, rich money makers. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's go. All right, the second item here, Fulham plot loan move for Chelsea defender Trevor Chalobah. I'm going to say this. I don't think we should actually let him go out on loan. He signed a new contract that was under Thomas Tuchel's reign. I think he still has a lot. I'm not sure. Let me see. Trevor Chalobah Chelsea contract. Let me just check. He's a good defender actually, but I think the problem is that's though my theory. I'm speculating, of course, because I wasn't there. I think the issue with him is that his case is that he did push to John Bayern at the time of where we weren't looking to sell him. He was the one that pushed to John Bayern, and we wanted Bayern to take him on loan with an obligation to buy. They refused that, and the owners, as I've said before, it looks that's a pattern to the way they operate. If they find out senses that you want to leave the club, they will sell you one time. He's not the first. Christian Pulisic, one of them. Kai Havertz, the other. Mason Mount, they all wanted to leave the club. And once the new owners sense that they don't waste time, they start looking for buyers. So I want to check the length of his current contract. Let me see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 19 likes, but we can do way, way, way better than that. Trevor Chalobah contract. Let me check. Chalobah Chelsea contract. Let's see, people. Okay, until at least 2028. So we're not going to be in a hurry to sell him, except if indeed, as I have explained, if he's fallen out with the club's hierarchy, then if any good offer comes in, they'd sell him. But for me, I still think he's a good defender, and we shouldn't be in a rush to sell him. So yeah, I don't think he most likely could stay. But we'll find out. Yep, we've addressed that one. Colwell going to Liverpool. I don't think he's going anywhere. They're not happy. Let's see what else we have here. I hope Alvarez will be open to leave. He's playing a second fiddle to Haaland. He's never going to leave Man City right now. He's been playing, not second fiddle. I think he's been playing quite a lot of late. In my opinion, Chalobah is injury prone, maybe, but I don't see it like that. I think is he really injury prone? I wouldn't say that. Furthermore, a forehand move will be a good route back to Chelsea setup. I still rate him ahead of Disasi and Fofana. I wouldn't go to the extent of comparing him with the rest of our centre backs. I think there's a good player in him. I'll just leave it at that. I think he's a fine defender, and you can say he's not the most technically gifted. I think he brings that balance we want in our defensive line. But it looks like he may well be. I don't know. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Let me just leave it at that. We'll find out. Let's see. We will lose only our good players if we get relegated. Do I think we'll get relegated? I don't think. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Alvarez has played a lot, even with Haaland. Yep, I think I said the same thing. Even with Haaland on the pitch, I don't see him eating. You can say eating to go. Why would he be leaving a winning? You can say leaving itching to leave. Let me just phrase it like that. last season was different, but this season he's played quite a lot, even with Haaland, and in most cases, actually, we've seen him on the pitch with even when Haaland was playing. So I don't think he would want to leave City right now. And when Bobby was calling for Chelsea to make a move for him, I told him I don't think he'd come to us. I told him Pep will find a way to keep him happy. And right now, you can argue he's probably happy and would not. I don't think he'd be looking to leave Manchester City, but that's just my opinion anyway. Haaland will eventually go to Real Madrid. That was always his plan, and rumors are that that's actually he has a release clause, which probably he got his agents to add to his contract so that he'd have an exit strategy if Madrid wants him. And the question now is, would Madrid want to have him and Mbappe in the same team? Maybe, because that would be some expensive signings both together, plus the salary. I don't think they do both, but we'll find out. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. We are at 20 likes, but we should be doing way, way, way better than that. Where a coach plays a player should not be the concern of the board. Results should be a very myopic, a very okay. You're saying very myopic board at Chelsea, and you're going by what rich money makers have said. I don't think the boards are concerned about where the coach plays any player at all. So I wouldn't bother myself by what somebody has said, and there's no way to confirm if that's the truth or they just made up something. But I get your opinion there. Get Benzema on loan, do a pre-agreement with the Osimhen. Let's see what the club does. I'm not sure what we're going to do. It's not rumors. Haaland and his dad said it in an interview after City's only one club. Only one club. Okay, so that's pretty. You could say that is as specific as can be. Yep. Even though they didn't mention the club in particular. Yes, that is correct. But not playing as a number 9. He will start as a niner for any big club. I don't think he's not. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm not too sure what to make of that, but we'll find out. But the point is, he's not going to leave City. That's how I see it. He's playing as a right winger for City and has done well. So yeah, he's going to be happy. After his break, and actually sometimes as a 10. After this break, a board do want to start seeing a pattern of style. Rich money makers start telling us about the board, and we don't know what they want. There's no way to confirm until you tell us, okay, this is where you're getting all these things you're commenting here. Then we'll say, okay, bring more of that. There's no way to tell what. I'm just gonna move on anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Let's go, people. Let's go to the next item we have lined up here. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's go. Right. Yeah. Big Benz. Karim Benzema. This says that Karim Benzema has put Premier League clubs on alert by indicating that he's open to leaving Al Ittihad, leaving, not even on loan. Just like the same thing that Henderson did, and Henderson now has joined Ajax. Wow. So why is it? Is it the culture thing that they're all? You can say it doesn't look like they're not able to settle in properly there. Ronaldo did it. I'm quite sure Kante settled in properly. Eduardo Mendy, there are others there. So what's the problem there for them? I'm not too sure. And I just saw something online too, reporting that Neymar's contract has been terminated. I'm not too sure whether to believe that, but I'll give him more time to see if there's any truth to that. I don't know at this point. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Tell the board to wait another 6 months. Yeah, please, since you talk with them. Okay, close contact. I believe you, but Keston, close contact. Does he work at the club? That's what I'm asking. Get him as soon as possible. Let's see what happened. Big up, coach. Egypt are 2 up against Ghana. So you're saying it's 2-1 now? Because Ghana scored first. Yep, Ghana scored. Let me find out. Ooh, 2-2 draw. Even though Ghana scored first, and Kudus scored the 2 goals for Ghana. Wow, 45 plus in 71 minutes. And then Mohamed Okay, I don't know the names. But it looks like it's a good game there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah. So Chelsea either sign 18-year-olds or grandpas. Yeah, one of the two. But I don't think we'll be signing too many grandpas, in my opinion. It's fake. Let's see. Anything else? Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Curtis is a good player, but I'll still take Palmer over him for reasons I'm not willing to talk about here. In my opinion, and we can actually have them both. Yeah, we could have signed them both, but we wanted just one of the two, and we got Palmer. And for me, I have no regrets. No, it's not as if I was the one that signed the check to Man City, but I'm still saying I'd take Palmer over him anytime. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. And every time we switch topics, I'm gonna skip scroll to the very bottom. But I'll do my best to cut. You can say to address every comment. In the chat right now. That's because we don't have too many people in the chat. A lot of people probably watching the African Cup of Nations. I don't know where to get it, and I'm not willing to sign up for any other service to watch it. Maybe until we get to the knockout stages, and then I will go for maybe a trial to watch it. Kachula, I can understand, as I will never leave UK to go to Saudi Arabia, even if I get paid 20 times. I can assure you that it depends on the individual. I think culture may well be an issue, or some people just personality. I'm not sure what else to make of it. I haven't seen any evidence of grandpas. I haven't seen any either. Ghana is the sponsor of the national teams. Wow. What's wrong with giving David Washington a run of games? Washington, wasn't he a striker? Um, if I'd be lying if I say if I knew whether he was one, if I knew whether he was a striker or not before we signed him. I knew nothing about him until we signed him, and everything I've seen, you can say everything I know about him today, I learned from watching his comps and didn't pay attention whether he was playing as a number 9 or so. Um, but I'm not too sure. But we've been told that he was signed as a striker. So if it's one, yeah, good question. Why hasn't he been given a real opportunity other than you said 10 seconds here and there? So I'm not too sure. Two things. Either we overvalued his abilities and paid 20 million euros for a player that is worth nothing, or maybe the manager just doesn't know what to do with the player. So I'm not too sure what to make of this situation, really. Poch doesn't play him. Yeah, let's see. Washington is a striker, but who knows what Poch thinks exactly? That's the point. Chances are the manager doesn't rate him because by now he's trained with the first team long enough to be given a real chance. Why that hasn't happened, I honestly do not know. And yeah, so Karim Benzema, yep, he's looking to leave Etihad. So Etihad, I don't know how to pronounce that. If that's the case, I think he'd be willing to take a pay cut. The question now is, yeah, clubs lots of clubs out there. Which of them would want to take him? I get it. No club, he probably knows, no European club will be able to pay him how much he's currently earning he's currently earning in Saudi Arabia. Not even close, in my opinion. Just give me a second here. Let me take something quick. Let me take care of something quickly. Yeah, so I'm not too sure. I don't think he knows that. So probably maybe he will still be earning a lot. How much? I don't know, but not anything close to what he's earning at Saudi Arabia. Then loan him out. Let's see what the club does. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Except bench, we need experienced players, not kids. Nothing new there. I'm not sure what else to say. Washington needs a summer loan move to a team that knows how to develop young players. A team like Feyenoord or PSV Eindhoven in the Dutch league. I hate to try to say the league name there. Eredivisie. Wow. Let's see. Fab has no intention to leave Fab. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Poch took a much needed break in Barcelona, sucking up. Yeah, it would be good for him. Hopefully, he comes back and does even better than he's done so far, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go longer. Let's move to the next item we have lined up. Let's go. Right, this is saying Conor Gallagher has ruled out a January exit, but could leave in the summer when he will have just about a year left on his current contract. Shocking. I've always known he was never. I think I've always told people that Conor Gallagher will not leave Chelsea this January. If anything, beyond January, I don't know what's going to happen, and that's for two reasons I've explained. Let me just go with one reason that people aren't paying attention to. Even if you think he's the worst player at Chelsea or the best player at Chelsea, or if you think he's not good enough for Chelsea, currently, given the manager's pattern of selection, he's the manager's most important player. And if you've been paying attention, except if you've been living under a rock, there's hardly a game that he doesn't play if he's fully fit, except when the manager used to leave him on the bench just to rest him because he does a lot of running. And if you're thinking that Romeo Lavia comes back, the Gallagher will be playing less. I think you're not paying attention. He offers something that Romeo Lavia cannot offer. Yeah, and I'm not going to go into trying to explain what that is. You should figure it out yourself. But I hope you understand my point. Our Portuguese League 2. Let's see what the club does. Benzema, Washington. Okay, we're done talking about them. We're talking about Conor Gallagher right now. Let's hear you. Are the players wary of the absence of I'm not reading that. Big up to you too, JC. Nice to see you in chat. We are again discussing Gallagher. Here we go. Yep, it's in the news. And Nizar Kinsella saying this, it's believable. That's because Nizar, you can say, is a Chelsea aligned. He's a Chelsea aligned journalist, which means he will, you can say, tell you as it is. So this is believable, and plus it makes sense. Because I've always known that Gallagher will not leave Chelsea this January. But that's my opinion anyway. Gallagher staying for sure, at least beyond January. Beyond that, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Our midfield general stays, if that's how you see it. Kachila, invite Kalito to discuss. No. If he wants to join, I've invited him on occasion. He didn't show up. And please don't. You don't have to. You don't have to. There's another day he actually preached. I sent him a link. He told me stories. So he's been on the panel here, but no. Gallagher offers. Let's see. I don't think the club will sell him this January transfer window, but that's a small opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. We all are 26 likes. Let's get the likes up. We can do much better than that. And we are 48 minutes into the show. 26 likes. That's not good enough, people. Let's go for the next item we have lined up here. Let's go. More Gallagher talk before we move on, and that's from Gallagher saying in January, but if he doesn't assign in the summer, he's gone. That's actually an excellent logic there. One aspect of the whole thing is that if he doesn't sign a new contract, the club will sell him in the summer. Yeah, I don't think they'd sell him now, but that's a small opinion. There's a chance by the time we get to the end of the transfer window, the club gets a good, you could say, an offer they cannot refuse, and boom, yeah, he's gone. So, but that's just me saying, if we're being logical here, I don't see him leaving, and that's down to one factor that I've mentioned: the fact that he is one of the manager's most important players. That doesn't mean that he's the best player at Chelsea, if that makes sense. I'm just going by what I've seen by the manager's selection pattern, knowing that he values him. That's not to say he's the best player at Chelsea. If you've been paying attention, don't come at me with that fight now. Let's go, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Why are we selling the only one who can hold the ball in front? There's so many useless decisions. Jesus Christ. Who hold the ball in front? Who exactly are you talking about? Let me hear you. Jaka, let's see who you're referencing there. We need to avoid FFP. That we know that. But I think we're fine right now. That's actually breaking the news itself. Let's see. To the topping merchant up front for a really poor take on the Roadrunner and for wearing the wrong colors. It's not a jersey. This is a t-shirt. And I'm not going to tell you why I like the color red, but my favorite color is blue for sure. And to the extent where if I go to if my wife asks me to buy gifts for Christmas for people, uh, before she knows it, 90% of the gifts will all be blue. And then when I come back home, she'll just go, "Of course. Why am I not surprised?" So red is another color I like, but my favorite color is blue. Yeah. So get over it. Just go away. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's go. He is red at the heart and castle at the at the head. Maybe tell him that. Namaya, all right, see you later. Good night to you. You are an Arsenal fan. Good luck. Even my boys will fight you for saying that. They will tell you Kochi is not an Arsenal fan. They know I don't like Arsenal. Let's see. He wears red a lot. Wonder why. Okay. Now I'm in the courtroom, right? The blue tip again. Much love to you, brother. It's all love. You know that. Accusing me. Just stop accusing me. Repping the wrong set. Homeboy. Big up coach regular legends in the chat and all the newcomers. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Glenn 10, Glenn 10, Glenn 10. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. United Arsenal are wearing emergency ward dresses. Yeah, exactly. Tell them that. What I have heard about Gallagher is that the board are afraid of offering him a 7-year deal, and then he starts to underperform in the future. Then they will find it harder to make a good profit off of him. That's breaking news. I take that one as a breaking news. Rich and Money Makers, nice to see you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 21 likes. Let's get the likes up, people. Let's see here. And I have my brother in the house, Kachila, looking great in red as a Liverpool legend. It's all Chelsea, all blue. And that one, Nuhu Yakake. It's been a while, bro. I hope say you did well. Yeah, yaranka in Canada, yara, but that's beyond that. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you've been well. We seen? Okay, we haven't seen for a while, and I hope the case is that you've been busy and nothing bad has happened on your end. But I appreciate you finding the time to join us this afternoon. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we have here. From the land of Hazard, Glen 10, Glen 10, Glen 10. Let's go. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Why are we still stuck on 27 likes? Come on, people. We should be doing more than that. And we are 54 minutes into the show. It just doesn't make any sort of sense, but that's fine. Let's go. We were actually on this one already. A source has said not to rule out a short-term option at a striker. Okay, the grammar there for Chelsea. Here's the thing: if you're watching, let's see, do you have any striker in mind for as a short-term option for Chelsea Football Club for 6 months or until the end of the season? Benzema wouldn't be bad, and I'm not too concerned about his salary, and that's because he should know that no club in Europe will pay him half of what he earns, what he currently earns at this. What's this club again? Al Ittihad, which is around they say 3.5 million pounds or so, or at least 3 million pounds a week. He knows no club can offer him that in Europe, and not anywhere in Europe. So if he would want to come to Chelsea, why not give it a shot? He's an excellent striker, or maybe I don't think Gyrassi is doing well, and I don't think what club does he play for actually? In Germany, I can't quite remember. Gyrassi would do well, but I don't think the club, his parent club, his current club, will allow him to leave on loan. If anything, you have to pay them something to get them to sell him to you. And I wouldn't mind Gyrassi, even if we end up signing Osimhen in the summer. I would take Gyrassi, in my opinion. But here's where I have a problem. I don't want us to have too many African players because we don't have the luxury that if one player, it wasn't like our squad at the time when we'd have two, three, four, five players live for AFCON and we'll still be one of the best teams in the Premier League. But right now, even the absence of a single player will be a huge issue for us. So I have a problem with us signing too many African players, especially in the same position. It just doesn't make sense. Even though I like Urasi, but I don't think we'll be able to get him on loan. I would say let's try Benzema. He's available. Firmino, I would say no. That's because in the Saudi Pro League, he hasn't scored for like in 1,000 league matches for them. So let's hear you. Do you have any player in mind that you think we should go for the rest of the season? Go get on loan for the rest of the season, or any free agent? Let's hear you. Kuchila, great house. I also speak fluent house. I grew up in Just Plateau. I grew up in Zaria, so me and Dan Zaria Wabi. Yeah, I grew up. I was born, not born there, born in Enugu, but grew up in Zaria. Then, yeah, before at the time I moved to where I am today, and you know where I am. But I didn't know I didn't know that. But thank you for telling me that one. I appreciate that. Yep. So yeah, just a good place, good weather. Yep. Nice to see you. Let's see what else we have here. Life here. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I came on. It's work, brother. What's the gist? A lot. Benzema and the honors and the others and Gyokeres and the Monday. According to Fabrizio Romano, we're scouting him. But I'm not too sure whether we're serious about signing him or not. But let's hear you. Do you have any player in mind that you think we should go for? As a short-term solution, we should go get a loan until the end of the season. Let's hear you. Modric should be starting against Borough. Will Poch use the tiny stalling to break into the bus? Let's see what happens. And please, let's try and keep the topics in line, people. Neither of the two can happen. Jerry, our left wing, Chawal is back. Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you, people. Any short-term suggestions? Let's see, Chawal. Starting left back. Let's see anything else we have here. No Dante. Okay, let's see. We have some French representatives who would welcome Benzema with open arms. Bonjour, mon ami. Let's see. It makes sense, but I don't think his salary will be an issue. I don't think so. But the French contingents we have, they're all not at the level that you'd argue if they try to get Benzema to come to Chelsea, he'd listen to them. Let's say if we had you can say we don't have any legendary French player right now. Let's say if we had somebody like what's the former Atletico Madrid player? What does he play right now? Griezmann. Let's say we have Griezmann and he calls him on the phone and say, "Come on, man." But we have kids that probably he'll be the one to say leave Chelsea. Tell them leave Chelsea and they will listen to him. But you never know. I don't know the sort of relationship that he has with those kids. Mitrovic, I agree. I can't believe I'm applauding you. Yep. Where is he? Where is he right now? Where's Mitrovic right now? He actually said during an interview, I think he was at the Breach, that yeah, it would be an honor to play for Chelsea, something to that effect. I can't quite recall what he said. How did I forget? But he's a fine player. I wouldn't mind him on loan. Where is he right now? Please, he went to the Saudi League. Well, yeah, if it's available, I'd get him. Really, yeah. That's an excellent suggestion there. If Poch puts a Chilwell left back will be over for him from France. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Starting okay over Modric. Let's see. Poch has to stop using. Okay, he has to. We all want that to happen. Lewandowski short term. Alvarez or Victor long term. You're not getting Alvarez. That's his dream. But you're allowed to dream. We cannot. We will not be able to get Alvarez from Manchester City. Lewandowski short term. Even Barcelona, I don't think they'd let him go. I know they have cash issues, and I haven't followed Barca that much to know whether he's been starting, because he's the sort of striker that if you're not playing him, he probably will be looking to leave. So, but I don't know how whether Xavi has been playing them as often as that. Maybe he would want to. I don't know. But I don't. Getting Lewandowski will be yeah, it wouldn't be easy. But good shout right there. Diego Costa is a free agent. We would have him on short-term basis just to stir up the youth. It doesn't. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Diego Costa, not a bad idea, actually. As a free agent, how old is he right now? We could do that and pay him something reasonable, and he would take it. And he really, he'd know that we're not signing him for him to be starting week in, week out. So I'd say let's do Diego Costa's deal, in my opinion. But that's just I would take him really. But I recollect Terry saying Costas' first words upon joining the CFC: "I go to war, you come with me." Not you. Is that you full of? But I think it's something to the effect of "you come with me." But that's he's a warrior indeed. He's a warrior, and I call him Diego Warrior Costa. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Fab just tweeted about Gyokeres. What did he say? Let me see. I'll look for it in a bit. Benzema may not be feasible. Yeah, there's a possibility that would be the case. Maybe Madrid probably Madrid could just pop up and take him on loan. You never know. Breaking news: Pep is angry with Cole Palmer improving Chelsea. Tell him I can send him some tissues if he wants some. Let's see what else we have. Benzema sounds good. Mitrovic sounds better actually. Chupo Moten, anybody? Chupo Moten, I don't know. Anybody in the chat? What do you make? Yeah, Mitrovic, I would like to see, honestly. Let's see. A big up to you too, Ty. Nice to see you there. I appreciate you finding the time joining the show. I hope you're doing well. Can't we amortize his wages? I don't think his wages would be an issue. He'd know. He'd be stupid not to know that no European club will pay him up to, you could say, at least 70% of what he's earning at Saudi. No, he should know that already. Yeah, a pension plan maybe. Yeah, that could work. Ty, big up and thank you for finding the time to join me on the panel. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Do you have any striker in mind that you think we should go for the rest of the season? Or get on loan to help us finish the season well?
Honestly, I can't think of any option because any competent, because we don't want to sign players who are mediocre, and even though I'm not going to put my eggs in one basket, I'm not really confident that we sign somebody who's going to be um beneficial to the team if it's not Benzema on paper, who would perhaps be one of the better options based on him being an experienced player in terms of football and him being a proven goal scorer. I was saying that I'm not sure if Benzema is feasible though, because, and I think probably I'm not sure. I'm trying to use context clues as relates to what I'm seeing in the chat about amortizing his wages. I
Go
don't know if,
ahead, Ty. I'll join you back just in 30 seconds.
okay. I'm not sure if that statement by Glenn is in regards to Benzema, because one of the reasons why I don't think he would perhaps be possible to get is due to the fact that he has wages are crazy. He has crazy wages. I think he's earning 3 point something million a week. So obviously that would be literally about 10 times more than what Sterling is getting, and he's one of the, if not the highest earning player at the moment. So I don't know if that is feasible, and I don't know. So I really don't know. Benzema would be a good option on paper, but there's a lot of things that you'd have to consider. Would he be able to adapt to the league in the time frame that we need? Because we need someone that's clinical, not in a month or in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. We need somewhere that can make an impact. Even if they're not scoring goals, they make an impact. And yes, Benzema is experienced, but we really don't know how he'll actually do. And obviously the league that he's been playing in, this season. It's not the same as the Premier League, and I'm not undermining the Saudi league. I'm not saying that it's not competitive because it is, but in terms of his wages and in terms of if he'll adjust to the league and the new demands of the league and how the league has progressed, because it's not the same league where when Silva initially joined, it was easier. Obviously, he would have struggled when he joined, but the league has gotten more competitive. There's a lot of teams that are actually building teams are actually getting takeovers or getting investments. So they're actually signing players that are competent, and you can see that at least half of the clubs in the Premier League have competent players. So in a sense, I don't know. I really can't think of anybody. I'm seeing players like Mitrovic who's being mentioned. I think he went to Saudi as well, or was it American? I don't remember. I think he left Fulham and went to
Yeah, he went to Saudi. He went to
yeah.
Saudi,
So
I think
so
so. But
I
go
don't
ahead.
know. I honestly I don't know if any player that is currently in the Saudi league is feasible because they would be getting at least 1 million a week, and I don't think the club would obviously want to destroy the wage bill just to get a player in. I don't think. I'm hoping that the club wouldn't be that desperate. It's not something that looks logical. It does look like something the club would do, but
Yes, in terms of
um,
the salary, in terms of the salary side, Ty, just quick, that's not that is not that much of a concern to me. Why do I say that? Because usually, I'm sure you've heard situations where we've sent players on loan to another club and still be paying the player's salary. So if the Saudi league is on break right now. So it could be a good deal for them for us to just for us to just pay them the loan fee and pay some percentage of the salary. Or we've seen occasions where we still pay the salary of a player while he's on loan at a certain club. So I'm not too concerned about the salary of the player. I'm concerned where it's not a loan. For instance, in the case of Benzema, he wants to leave Al Ittihad, but also his salary will not be too much of an issue. That's because he should know that no club in Europe will pay him anything close to what he's earning at in the Saudi Pro League. But go ahead.
I like the fact that you've just shut me up.
No, no, I didn't shut you about. What? Whenever you're on the panel here, you just like to fight. I'm just telling you why I don't think the salary will be an issue. But go ahead.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I mean that's a fair statement because as you would have mentioned, if it's a case where he wants to straight or leave the club or not, on a loan, then obviously, and if Saudi actually don't want to it to be a case where they're paying the salary or the salary is gonna be an issue because I'm sure they wouldn't want to keep an unhappy player or a player that wants to leave. And I'm
Mhm.
wondering why this is the case with a lot of players. You're seeing things like Henderson, Firmino, and Benzema being players that want to leave. And it's strange to me, but I mean if they want to leave the club, maybe the wages becomes a non-issue. But it won't be as easy as some fans make it out to be because it all depends on Benzema's choice and it also depends on what the club itself decides as it relates to letting him leave and in what fashion you leave the club. But honestly, we need a striker. That's a no-brainer in this window and preferably on loan. So it depends on what happens. But in all honesty, like I was saying, I don't know about targeting players from the Saudi league, and I prefer it to be someone with more experience. But I really don't know who it is, and I don't want to be like some fans, but this is where I get a bit frustrated at the sporting directors that we quote unquote have because this
Mhm.
is something that they're brought in to do, and it doesn't have to be someone that's known or big. It could be somewhere that people don't really pay attention to, but they actually have scouts actually looking at those players. But it is what it is. I really can't think of anybody. Jimenez is an option, but I don't think that's possible. Um,
Who?
and sorry, Jimenez, Raul Jimenez. That's the only option I would think of
Mhm.
because he's played in the
Yeah,
Premier League and he
it's
knows
not
the Premier
easy,
League, but
really.
it's
And
not possible.
yeah, go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, as you said, it's not easy. So,
No,
but,
it's
but
not
I'm
at
saying
all.
Jimenez would be
In
the only
all
option
honesty.
because he knows the Premier League.
Yeah. Breaking news: Malangsar trying to get a deal with the Saudis. I hope he gets one. I wish him good luck. Charles Sessions, I think Ty, this is JC bigging you up there. Big up the Prodigy TV. And we have Chelsea Money Makers saying big up to you too. Yes, but I was joking. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Higuain, not again, not again. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Benzema would demand to be a starter, but with any older player at top, Poch cannot press. If Poch is even in conversation with the directors, we don't know. And that one now is saying Connie Nkunku Palmer playing behind the striker will improve whoever plays there. I think I agree. Connie is an excellent talent. I know a lot of people don't rate him that much, but probably it took some of the Liverpool game and the West Ham United game to realize what a player he is. But unfortunately, he got injured. Let's see. Benzema will score goals with his head, with a good cross into the box, and he's also good with his feet too. Evening to you too, Patrick. Just nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Benzema is too old and slow now. I don't think age will be a factor if we're looking for a short-term solution, in my opinion. We don't want Benzema, Enzo, and Casado in the same team. Okay. Let's see. Chelsea might get Benzema if he can get us into Europe. It's not about him. We have to create excellent quality chances for him. We will be in the top six anyways. Okay, we'll find out. We're already sixth with a touching distance from six. Okay. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream. Enzo and Casado aren't slow players. Just a Poch messing up of their style. We don't need Benzema to be a Sonic. He just what what a way to play that one. He doesn't have to be Sonic. He just needs to finish. Just create good chances for him. The lads can do all the running. I think I agree. I like that one there. Yep, he doesn't need to be Sonic. Todd Bowley has good contact with the Saudis. Let's see what happens there. And people saying hello to Patrick there. Let's see. West Ham are losing form and this when we should take advantage of that. I don't know. And BRZ, my Swiss bro, nice to see you. I saw the news on Davis, but I am not too optimistic. Alfonso Davis, it could happen. You never know, but nobody knows what will happen. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's see. Poch will put Benzema at left back. Yeah, I'll be shocked if he starts as a number 9. Let's go to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the people on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's go. Right, we got this one here. Yep, this is Didier Drogba, agent Didier Drogba with Victor Osimhen. He met him before the start of the kickoff for I think during when they're going out for a warm up here. You guys are not seeing this. Apologies to you. When they were about to walk onto the pitch to warm up, he met him, said hello to him before he said hello to the rest of his teammates. He whispered something to his ears. Here's the thing. The game started. He missed 2 chances. I haven't seen him miss such chances as Napoli. I have my argument as to why we shouldn't sign him. But if we're going to sign him, all I ask for is for the manager to adjust, make some adjustment to his preferred approach to football to accommodate him, and him also learning. He's still very young. Learn that it will not always be about him. The situation will change from playing for a club where whenever they get to the final third, they channel all their goal scoring chances, nearly all their goal scoring chances through him. At Chelsea, given how I know that Mauricio Pochettino likes to approach the game, a fluid approach, it will not be about him. Sometimes he'd be expected to drop deep, hold up play, create chances for his teammates, and then that will lead to him not scoring as many goals as he scored at Napoli, which could lead to him getting frustrated or the fans turning against him. That's my concern. That's a good play in him. The fact that he's missed, you can say 3 chances in total at AFCON right now. It's nothing to me. That may well be down to the pressure, knowing that, probably the whole team relies, you can say everybody is looking up to him to be the one to carry the Super Eagles through to the final and win the AFCON because his till 24. That can be a lot for him. And international competitions are very different from club football, in my opinion. And I told somebody on Twitter that hug here, Drogba knew exactly what he's doing because he learned from Mourinho. Chances are he whispered into his ears, "You're the best, you're the best," something like that. And that can lead to a young man like this walking onto the pitch with so much pressure and then underperforming. I'm not judging him by the fact that he missed two excellent chances today, but that's just me. But Chelsea fans will always be Chelsea fans. Some are actually saying, tagging his name, mentioning his handle, his ex handle, saying, "Don't come close to my club. I don't want to see you in my club." Nah, I'm not going to judge him by that game. I'm not like that. Okay, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Can Benzema playing goal? I think he can. I think we should do that too. And my bro, once again in the house, I appreciate you, bro. You know you shouldn't be doing this, but I appreciate the support. That will definitely go a long way in us keeping our promise for doing a giveaway monthly to support students whenever we can. I said, big up, brother. Let's stop influencing players. Hurts should beat for the club. Benzema will make teams bleed blue. We need more love for this channel. And thank you so much, brother. Sincerely do appreciate that. Almost always finding the time to come support your brother. That means a lot to me, and I'll try the best I can. Hopefully, I'll get more people on board. I'm working on it. Members on the show once every week. I'm working on it really hard, having a conversation. We're still talking about the compensation, discussing the compensation. Hopefully works out. And I've learned over time that you're usually available for the daytime shows only. Hopefully, when we do in the mornings, whenever you have time, you can come join us. But once again, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Hearts, yep, I agree. Hearts should beat for the club. Yep, you must want to come to Chelsea. We don't have to persuade you to do so. Benzema will make teams bleed blue. We need more love for this channel. Thank you so much for saying that. I cannot thank you enough. Let's see what else we have here. Get a permanent striker or get Icardi for a short time. Not a bad shout. Mauro Icardi, he's a fine striker, but we don't. I don't know how often he's played of late. That will be a factor also to consider. Coach Osimhen misses chances all the time. So does Haaland. If you see Haaland misses, you will throw up. Actually, he's a human being. He's not programmed to to find a way to put it in the back of the net, even if they have 10 goalkeepers there or whatever. He's a human being. So yeah, I agree. And so does Haaland, but the difference is players like these have created, unlike Havertz, and yeah, those are some people miss consistently. Some people miss every now and then. Form you can say it's temporarily. It doesn't last forever. Sometimes you be out of form, sometimes be in form. Osimhen is magic, you know. I think he's a good player. I have my concerns, but I think he's an excellent player. So much disrespect thrown towards Benzema. What am I missing, guys? You ask him. Hopefully, you get a response from those in the chat. We don't need Benzema. We need someone like Osimhen, not Benzema. We're talking about short term. And if we're talking about getting Osimhen, do I think we'll be able to get him to come to us this January? I don't see that happening. And you know fully well you cannot get the Laurientes to sell Osimhen to you this January, even if you trigger the release clause, which I think even if we trigger it, I think will be we'll be trying to get you can say a favorable payment structure, which I've argued before. Once you say that, De Laurientes will say, okay, yeah, we can do that for you, but he stays to the end of the season. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's see. We will probably end up with a guy in the background. He will be. I don't think we'll sign. He will be. But he's a good player, actually, underrated in my opinion. Let's see what else my bro has to say here. The last time we influenced the striker, we ended up with headache. We need someone who can nurture Broja. Should he choose to stay? No striker in club to look up to. Yeah, we need you can say a striker that if we sign, will understand that he will not be starting week in, week out. And part of his job will be to nurture the younger ones, to push them to become better. That's how I see it. But Ty, coming to you, you have anything to add to what we're seeing on the screen? But besides my argument that Drogba knew exactly what he was doing, just to put more pressure on him, that's because we were the Super Eagles. You say played against the Ivory Coast national team. Some Chelsea fans see it as Drogba. Should I use the term topping him up or just encouraging him to come to Chelsea? I don't know, but Ty, let's hear you if you have anything to add to that, or should I move on? Let's hear you. Is Ty there? Probably not. No,
Oh my
okay.
goodness, that's embarrassing. I was talking and my mic was muted. I was saying,
All
yeah,
right.
you can move on. I think you said it best.
Okay. You have nothing else to add to that.
No, I mean Drogba was. I think Drogba was just wishing them luck. I don't think it's as deep.
All right. Thank you. Let's see what else we have here. And something else from Constantine Dante saying Osimhen's release clause only valid in the summer. Okay. So we're not going to even be able to get him now. If we want him now, probably we'll pay something out of this one to get him. So no need even discussing him for January. So that makes more sense now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Let's go. All right, some interesting numbers right there shared in the panelist group by Tobago. Tobago here. This is interesting, really, because I've heard people arguing that we don't give academy players a chance, but this is saying we have 9 players um, in our first team. Yep. And they played a total of how many minutes? After Liverpool's 393 minutes, they played a total of 255. That's the second highest in the Premier League. That's not bad, really. And I think they will get more chance. Levi Colwell, total matches played, so to speak, 255 minutes matches, and for Liverpool it is 329 matches. Ty, what is this anything? Is this of any importance to you, or do you? To me, I think it is. It just shows, yeah, we do give our youth a chance. The second in the league. Even Manchester United don't have up to 9; they have 7 players.
And the Man Cities have only three.
Our fans will be. Our fans
Yeah,
will.
I mean it is important.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, it's always a mixture of both. It's a case of we're not giving them enough chances, and there's another side that's saying we give them too much of chances, and that's why well, some will say that's why we're not doing as well because we have so many young players on the team, and we have young players relying on. But I mean, it is good because it means that you're making that pathway clear to the players that if you are willing to be patient, if you're willing to wait, and when you get the opportunity, take it and pounce on it, then you can have a future, and then you maybe save us from spending um funds in the windows that are going to come up, and then in a sense they get opportunity to make a career for themselves in the league and in the team. So I think it is a positive. I know a lot of fans probably would say that it's not
They
something
want
that's really
more.
promising. Yeah, some will want more, some will want less, and they'll say that's why Man City and that's why certain clubs are where they are because they don't care. They're rootless. They don't really care about giving the younger players opportunities. But it's been come clear that Man City is starting to recognize that their squad is getting, I don't want to say weaker, but the reinforcements that they have, it's not as strong, and there's some players that aren't even playing. So players like I don't know who played recently for them and scored. I think it was against Newcastle or something like that. And then people were making some comparisons and saying that it's funny that certain players are now playing for Man City, but it is a positive. because it shows that we actually value the players that we have, and we're awarding their performances in the training that they undergo. So I think it's a positive, and I know, like I said, fans will still want more, but it's better we have this number, and we have this, we strike the perfect balance. Because if we were first, then I would be slightly concerned, because it would really be an easy scapegoat to say why we're in the position that we are in.
Yep, I agree with you. I appreciate you taking the time to say that. Without seeing this, I don't think a lot of people, you hear a lot of people complaining that we don't give the youth a chance. I think we do quite a lot. They played a total of 255 matches. Wow. We have nine academy players. We're on par with Liverpool in terms of how many, the number of academy players we have within our ranks. That's not easy. But people want to see more. And if the club decides to sell one, all hell breaks loose all the time. People will get a kick out of it and start saying some nonsense. But thank you for that, Constantine. That it is you're saying we need to stop to stop Legends vocal about club and pushing players into the roster, so to speak. Pushing players into the roster. We need players fighting, players that are fitting for the Geffers plan instead of fans and a Legends plan. But here's the thing: people can say whatever they want, and fans can, you can say, clamor for the signing of a player A, B, C, D. It doesn't really matter. The club will end up signing players that, if I agree with the manager, will help us do better. So yeah, but it's important. We need players we need players to fit into the Geffers plan instead of fans and Legends plans. Do I think the club have been buying players because of the you say the fans want them, or because some Legends want them? I don't think so, in my opinion. But if that has been the case, it needs a change, so that we don't sign players that will be uh, surplus to the manager's requirement, in my opinion. But I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we have here. And my brother, we got 9 months membership in this channel. Yeah, I appreciate that. I've seen that. That's why you have the golden badge. Some people has silver. Some people have has I think that's bronze. But the top level is the golden badge there. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I'm paying attention. That was why whenever I see you, my face lights up, and I want to say thank you to you. You're the same like Constantine Dante. Others there, AD Love for Blue, all of you, I appreciate you all. It's not been easy. What exactly is the Geffers plan? You have a good conversation with sharing that there. Coach, I think the Osimhen deal is
Yes.
already done. He will come in the summer, similar to the Nkunku still. That's a possibility. You never know. I don't know really, but Nkunku's I think he was you could say he wasn't secretive that much. Fabrizio Romano knew even before he put pen to paper, he talked about it and it happened, and he knew he was going to come to us in the summer, and it happened. But Osimhen case, he's just been saying that yeah, he has a release clause, and we're learning that the release clause will not be active until the summer. So I don't think we've done that. If anything, maybe we've started talking to his camp. I don't know. There's no way to tell. Ty, were you going to say something? All right, I'm going to continue. If Ty wanted to say something, he can still come in and say that 9 players are from academy in Bali spend 1 billion on players. So where are they? Apparently, Bali needs to plan a new hospital and not a new stadium. Maybe people don't do their research and only follow narratives. Let's see what else we have here. Tobejo is magic. I appreciate him sharing that because I learned a lot from it. That's his guest. Let's see, Coach. It's a shame that the Premier League table doesn't look like that. Yeah, unfortunately. I think some people will actually look at this and say Man City, and I think Ty alluded to that. Man City, I thought you could say are doing so much better because they have fewer academy players within their ranks, but I think it's just I am not sure if this means anything right now. Rather, I'd rather be in City's position on that table and in their position in the league. Yeah, yeah, I take
I'm
that too.
sorry.
I take that to over this you can say this numbers here showing that we have 9 academy players and they played a total of 255 matches, which I don't know how that was calculated, but maybe from because this says 23, 24, so it doesn't really align with how many matches they played the season in total, or do they mean minutes? I'm not too sure, but this says total matches because 255 matches in how many years? And this is saying 23, 24 Premier League. So something isn't quite correct here. But let's just work with the fact that we have 9 academy players within again in the first team. Let's not do anything with this. If anything, this should be minutes. 390. I'm not too sure. It doesn't make sense for it to be total matches played. I just what the level here is showing. So I'm not gonna take that for anything. Jackson will get better, no question. I agree with you. Not an easy step up of playing on the wings and at Villarreal, where he played just you could say not even half a season as a striker. Yeah. Chances are maybe we knew before we signed him. Chances are we signed him to be our number 9. And when people were complaining, I was just saying, just let Jackson be Jackson. Yeah, even if you decide to play him at 10, he can. I wouldn't mind us playing him in the number 10 role, where the application will be more of a second striker than a traditional 10. He still do well, and he's shown that he's actually good on the flanks. He can create chances, but finishing isn't quite his forte, for lack of a better language there. But he will get better. I agree with you. Not an easy step up, playing on the wings at Villarreal to lead in the line in just over a year. Let him cook, mate. I think he will come good. And he's actually still our top scorer. I think, if anything, Cole Palmer has leapfrogged him in that department, but he's still, again, one of our top performers in terms of his goals. And he has how many assists? I think he has at least 1 or 2. I can't quite remember. A table, especially for the comment sections. Smash the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 37 likes. We should be doing way, way better than that. And that's because we are 1 hour and 32 minutes into the show, people. And if you have any questions now, drop it in the chat and we will try our best to answer your questions. But disclaimer, you already know we don't know everything. My apologies for the muscle memory typing rooster instead of roster. Houston. I pronounced it rooster, so my fault. I should have known, and nobody is perfect, bro. We all make that mistake. And actually, see how the brain works. I wasn't too sure which one is the correct spelling of why, because I knew the moment I saw it, I realized that's my brain told me this is Rosta when I pronounce Rooster, but not too sure what the correct spelling is. You're not perfect. I'm not. None of us is. Again, it's a human thing. You're allowed to make mistakes, bro. But again, Liverpool are in both tables. Yeah. We must understand. Yeah, exactly. If we're going by the logic that the team with fewer academy products in their first team are doing better. No, remember Liverpool are well positioned in both. Yep. We must understand the context. Yeah, we must. But I don't agree with total matches column. It just doesn't make sense. Can someone name those 9 players? For Gyokeres, Reece James, Ian Matson, Broja. There are a few. I think 2 goalkeepers. At least 1 goalkeeper. Who again? You're missing Conor Gallagher right there. Yeah, Conor Gallagher there. And who else? Levi Colwell. Yeah. So there, yeah. Colwell, the new kid who missed a 5th goal. Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. That's 7 players. Can someone advise me? You're missing 2. You didn't mention Conor Gallagher. Yeah. You didn't mention Colwell too. So I think you have enough there. Come on, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 38 likes. We should be doing way better than that. Yeah, he missed Gallagher. I mentioned him, Jerry. You didn't, did you? No, you did not. Where's that list again? Okay, you have 1 players: Alfie, Rich James, Ian Broja. Yeah, you didn't mention him. Then you mentioned Colwell here. Yeah, So I think we have it's about that number really. About that number. Breaking news of the board wanted to build up the experience of our young players and mix a bit more experience in the team to build us for a Champions League place next season. Let's see what happens. If you have any questions, people, drop it in the chat. I'd be happy to try to address it. If not, if I see any difficult question there, I will throw it at Ty. I don't have the energy to um, to think too much right now. Let's see how you do have any questions there. Drop it in the chat. Let me see if anything new has emerged since we started the show, and we will try to address them. Give me a few seconds here. Yeah, me, coach. That's the easiest stuff you have missed all season. Really, really, you telling me that? Okay. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 38 likes. We should be rounding up soon. But let's see if anything new has emerged. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, I am looking at the table more closely. You're right. How did three City players rack up 179 games? AKA Foden Akanji. Is Akanji a City Academy product? Is he really? I didn't know. If he is, I didn't know that. Uh, I don't want to laugh. Yeah, I looked at it again. I took my time to look at it. That was why, first of all, I called it minutes. Maybe minutes. Then it will make more sense. Maybe minutes. Even minutes doesn't make sense. That's because Gallagher has played quite a lot. Gallagher alone has covered 300 and something. It's covered thousands of minutes. So it just doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure. Probably they're pulling the wrong data from from the database. So that's a mistake there. Yes, I agree. I am looking at the table more closely. You're right. How did three City players rack up 179 games for the Akanji and the guy with the hair, right? Yeah, exactly. But Akanji, is he an academy, a City Academy player? I don't know.
Didn't they sign Akanji?
I think they signed him. I don't know, but I'm not too sure what to believe in right now. Chelsea target this season was
Yeah, they signed him. They signed him from Switzerland.
yeah. So, but even if they signed him, chances are maybe he may have graduated from the academy and went to Switzerland and we signed him back, just like the case of Nemanja Matic. But I'm not sure that's the case. I think it is. Um, I'm not too sure, Ty. Honestly, I'm not too sure. But Ty, do you understand what we're saying here? The column that says total matches played just doesn't make sense.
Akanji is not one of them because they signed Akanji from Dortmund.
Okay. But yeah, okay. But the argument that more importantly is that the column that says total matches played, it doesn't make sense really. Is that for 3 seasons in total? There are 30 games, 30 plus games in one season. Even if they play a total of 60 games per season, that's just that's a lot. Where do we get these types of breaking news from? Nuhu, Wallahi, you have to ask rich money makers. Coach, move on from this. Yeah, I think we should. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. I'm trying to find any, if anything has emerged since the show began. I haven't seen anything new. Ty, did you see anything? Foden has played more than 179 minutes alone. If we're going by minutes. Yeah, exactly. I can't read the next. Oh gosh, did Bali produce this stats? I don't know. Tebeho use Chat GPT. I do use Chat GPT, but I'm gonna say I don't think Chat GPT will produce such for you. It will not. Not the exact face of any player. They will try to mask it a bit because they don't want to get get copyright issues. Tebeho, it's your disciple. This is Tebeho's list. It makes sense. No, he didn't make the list. I did see that on X too. Coach Jerry made this table for Tebeho. Okay, he's told you that Tebeho is his disciple. The man walks his rear end off. One mistake can happen. He's a human being. I do think this is a case of somebody mislabeling that column or maybe pulling the wrong data from the database. I don't know. Breaking news: a medical director, Dimitros Kalongianidis, leaves after 13 years for family reasons. I'm happy for that. The fact that that report is
I think they're
specific.
hiding something.
You think they're hiding something?
Yeah, that seems too
Let's hear you.
coincidental. It sounds too coincidental. I don't
You're
know.
talking about the fact that we have too many injured players, and you think that may well be the case.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay, we have some players comment. We will address them, and then after that, we'll call it a day. And as we're doing that, if you have any questions, so please drop it in the comment section, and we'll in the chat section, and we'll try to address it. That means Poch Junior will take the job. Possibly, we don't know. I know I am a
Exactly.
meticulous. Go ahead.
Right. They just mentioned why I said that, and because Potter's son is a part of the medical team. He's a doctor, or he has not a doctor. I don't know his specialty. I think I don't know. Yeah. So I think
So
I
are you
think that's
implying?
possible.
Are you implying they got him fired so that he can take his job?
Yeah, that's my speculation.
Okay. You never know. We live in a crazy world, but I'm not gonna go to that extent. But that's just me anyway. But I think the rumors will be out there, and I think JC will be the one to, you can say, amplify that because he's always talked about. He's always talked about Pochettino's son being, part of the medical staff. Coach, how is it possible? Yeah, how is it possible that Tabejo managed to score and go from a tapping? Oh, so much love for Tabejo today. I wish he was here. It's all Jerry's fault, coach. Yeah, maybe you never know. Let's see what I said. Tie with the bomb. Yep, whatever you say that. I'm not saying that. Don't get me to say such next time because I've learned the meaning. Let's keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Ty, please do share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go check it out. I have it in the description section, but usually people need to see that to go check it out. So let's look at some comments from the players here. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Anybody still following the show on Instagram? That's blank. They come and they go. They come and they go. So let's see. We have the Sassi. I don't know if they were being interviewed. This says, let's see. I don't want you to be seeing the tab there. Amanda, okay, let's go back again here. The first one. Oh, something new. Are they being interviewed right now? This is 1 hour ago. Which one? I did see something about this. I see how many minutes ago? 21 minutes ago. And I think we've addressed this. Okay, I haven't seen this. This is saying Amanda Broja wants to stay at Chelsea. He's so confident in his abilities and wants to prove his worth in West London. I think we're in trouble here. Players that we've all identified, we've identified as the players that the club could potentially sell. They're all saying that they're not going anywhere. We have to drag them out to sell them. So I don't know whether the fact that they don't want to leave will be an issue for the club. I'm not too sure. But you've heard it. You did. I hope you saw what we had on the screen before this one here. I'll go back to it again. This says that Amanda Broja wants to stay at Chelsea. He's still confident in his abilities and wants to provide to prove his worth in West London. Okay, one of the players we've been that you say that a lot of people have been saying that the club would sell to get to raise money to sign to bring in new signings. Gallagher has also said he's not going anywhere until the summer at least. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping likes on the stream. Poch's son is a doctor, Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, that movie, interesting movie indeed. Question for Chelsea Sessions: so what can we do to slow down our injury records, Dr. Ty? That's a question for you on the screen. I'll wait. I'm listening, Ty. Tell us.
Mhm. Yeah, man. This is why I went to medical school for 7 years. I went through internship and residency, and yeah, this is why, because I had to study the science of the physique and the fitness levels, and how to ensure that they I
Oh
can't
my
talk. I
goodness.
can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk seriously for too long.
Yes,
But
Rich
yeah,
Money Makers, you had to ask Dr. Ty this question. Wow.
yeah,
Okay, you got your
yeah.
answer there. I hope you're happy with that. Poch Jr. Is a sports scientist who is responsible for making all drills and warm-up programs. Shouldn't that be the job of the physios? I'm not too sure. He's also making prescriptions to these players for
Okay.
their party time. Am I missing anything? Something is
Yeah, I made a Steve Harvey mistake.
okay.
He's
Party
not a
time. Yeah,
doctor.
yes, the
He's a sport.
correction here.
He's a sports scientist, not a doctor.
Yeah,
Scientist.
so I think it's the physios that designed the exercise, isn't he? I'm not too sure. I don't know.
He's a fitness coach and a sports scientist. So I don't know.
So
I
maybe
think he'd
he.
be responsible for some, for coaching the players in terms of ensuring that they're and monitoring their fitness. But I don't think that's really going to be on him solely.
If you say he's a sports scientist, any chance that he is, any chance that he's experimenting with our players? I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it really. But Heston, whatever it is that has led to us having too many players injured at the same time, they need to do a research on that and figure out to find a permanent solution. In my opinion. But go ahead, Ty, if you were still speaking.
I mean, it's not a case where we've seen this just happen since Poch came in. We were having players getting injured. The land badly. I think the situation is that a lot of these. I don't know. There tends to be a situation where if you don't use some areas of your body after a certain time after your body is used to. I think the schedule has a part to play in it because usually when you have games 3 days back to back in a row, it's something that can allow your body to be accustomed to. And then if you get a week in between, and then
Mhm.
you're inclined to have to train in with intensity, and having to train intensely, your body doesn't keep up all the time. And then there's some instances where if you train your, because there's a misconception that if you're bulky, you're going to be um immune to injuries,
You
and
get
that's not the
injured
case.
easily, right?
Yeah, you get injured easier because what happens is that you're able to aggravate certain muscles in your body, and there's some muscles in your body that are more sensitive than others. So if you're gonna be running, and especially hamstring injuries are common because obviously the hamstring is a part of your body that has to extend so that your knee can move, and obviously your knee needs to move so that you can actually move when you're running or sprinting or jumping. So that tends to be a case of what we're hearing. Players are jumping, trying to be competitive, and I think it's somewhat. I think some of it is on the players as well because obviously it's a competitive game at the end of the day. They have to be performing at the greatest level so that they can be chosen. Because if
Mhm.
they don't perform, if they don't show that they're willing and fighting hard, they're not going to be starting. So I think a part of them being intense and trying to be competitive does lead to it. But it's not a case of, oh, Pochettino's coming now, we've got these injuries. We're getting these injuries on the Tuchel as well. And that isn't to say that it was on Tuchel or or anything, or even on the Lampard as well. We had players who got injured. They rolled their ankle while on the pitch. So these things are bound to happen. And we know that football has slowly become a sport that has allowed a lot of these players to become injured more. And I think, and I really don't want to mention this, but the whole situation that we had back in 2019, 2020, obviously that would have paused football for a while. It doesn't help as well because, as I have mentioned, there's something that happens to your body called atrophy, and that tends to happen when you don't use certain muscles of your body for a long period. So it takes your body having to do a lot of exaggerative movements in order for you to get back to a certain level after not playing for months. So I don't know. That's my belief. I mean I obviously I would have gone to medical school and studied so I could give my insights. So yeah.
You never know. You never know. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. And Ty has shared the link to his YouTube channel from Chigoze Ugo Oscar. I'm quite sure that you're subscribed to his YouTube channel, Blue Board Analysis of the Chelsea 1234. All of you, please, let's go help him get to 3,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves that. Lots of excellent videos, mid-season reviews for players. He's still going to take one by one. Go check it out. Let's help him grow. And this one in particular, this is a link to one of the videos Axel Desassi so far. You should go watch them. Let's see what else we have here. Poch's senior takes care of the barbecue. Poch Junior makes us sure players sweat out the barbecue. That makes sense. Yes, Poch Junior internet level on like the great Poch. Okay. Let's see. Osimhen and it. We shouldn't go for him. And I'm guessing you watched his misses against Ivory Coast. I'm quite sure that's the reason why you're saying this, because I've seen a lot of people react to that on X, saying some actually tagged him and telling him don't come to my club. Pot Junior is a victim of poor research in sports. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Good evening to you too, Ukuchigoze. Nice to see you. I hope you enjoyed your the Christmas period. Let me just use the term. The festive period. I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully things are okay with you. Let's see anything else we have here, bro. Any update with Benzema moved to Chelsea? Nothing new. Nothing. Nothing says specifically that he wants to come to us, or specifically that we're interested in signing him. We're Chelsea fans and we're just dreaming. Hopefully we'll get him. Guys, hope you all have liked and subscribed. If not better, do before you can continue. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Not bad. Since this was a postponed show, we have 40 likes, and that's not bad at all. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. What can Poch do to get a fans back on his side? Okay, Ty, this is a simpler one. A question for you there. Address that one, Ty.
Mm-hmm. I love this question.
Indeed.
What
That's
can
an
Poch
easier
do?
one, right?
What can Poch do to get fans back on his side? I would have asked this question as well, because I was actually wondering what the mindset of some fans or those who are vocal, because we obviously can't know the opinions of all fans, because of the fan base is extremely big, so you can't know everybody's opinion. But for those who are vocal and those that actually quote unquote have an impact, I believe that one way that Pochettino can get fans back on his side, for those that are not on his side, is to actually, in some sense, give them an indication that he actually has a plan B. Because I think a lot of fans are viewing him as a manager that doesn't have a plan B, an option that if his initial plan doesn't work on the pitch, he can interchange it in game, and it's not a case where he has to wait until the next game, or he has to be reactive, that he can be proactive. I think that's one thing. And I think obviously if I don't know, if we go unbeaten for the rest of the season, I think okay, that's not realistic. But if we manage to put some good results together, and I think that would tie into the point I just made, finding a solution where you're proactive or you're not reactive. You realize that in the team that you're playing against is getting into your final third too much. Then you make that decision of, okay, what can I do? And this is one thing, because at one point in my life, I was really intrigued with management and being a football manager, because I've always recognized this, and to me it's never made sense. A lot of managers tend to have their players targeting players that are wide when they're holding the flanks, and I've always said that they can't
You mean like
harm me from the front.
avoiding crowd?
Yeah. So I mean, they can't really harm me from the flanks per se, in term, unless they cross the ball. But if they are in their half and they're wide, it makes no sense, because if they're going to be moving the ball side to side, that can't hurt you. What can hurt you is if they go over the top or if they go straight. But I think in terms of being proactive, that will help his case. I know some fans will always want him more. There's a lot of instances where even if a manager is winning you trophies, a lot of fans want them out. So obviously you can't get everybody on their side, but I think with the quote unquote great majority, it has to be about him actually showing that he has a solution, that he can be proactive and he's not reactive and he only waits for us to go behind. Then you see intensity and you see the players working hard. Something that as soon as he sees something not looking right, he can make that change in game. We had a manager like that who as soon as he saw something he reacted. He wasn't reactive after we would have conceded, and he would have ensured that we tried to score the first goal. So I think if we can find a solution in terms of that area of being proactive and actually having a plan B that seems to be effective, then we don't have to worry about that. And I think Pochettino will be able to get a lot of fans believing that he could actually benefit the team.
Yep, thank you so much for that. What else do we have here? Any chance for Chelsea to get a striker this month? There's always a chance. The main question should be, do we want one? If we really want one, I think we get one at this January transfer window. But we've heard that the club are not too much in a hurry to get a
Oh,
striker. They're taking their
yes,
time. They don't
yes.
want to make a mistake. According to reports, he's doing aggressive training sessions with them, and which is shouldn't be bad.
The
And Ty's
beautiful game
medical opinion.
just go
Yeah,
away.
I have to read that one. In Ty's medical opinion, the only way to alleviate the players of their injuries is to surgically remove Poch from the training ground. I think the term is called Pochestonomy or Pochestomy. Just go away. Yeah, Potendicite. I can't pronounce it actually. You guys will be ashamed, right? You see how long he stays at the club. Contest training is more intense. You think? Is he really? Maybe I don't know really. What do you mean as something to do with your? Okay, I'm gonna move on from that one. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. If you remove Poch from training, players won't be this better. Poch is giving them a hot training, and I don't have anything against that. So we can correlate that the players are soft and cuddly, unlike the players we had on the Conte. You could argue that, but I'm not sure what to make of it really. Loads of our injuries in 2 years or so are self-inflicted. Look back to Fofana and Reece James. It's being overzealous, too committed, too late, etc. Not sure whose job it is, but we need a coach for this. We need to figure out what the root cause of these injuries. And you can argue, Houston, on the Thomas Circle, or before his departure, you could argue the biggest issue at the time was that we played too many games. But that's just my opinion anyway. That's no way to confirm if that was the reason we have a lot of players out injured under his reign. During his reign, there's only one thing Poch 19 can do to get fans back on his side: lead. Wow,
Wow.
wow, the boss is actually taking off. Let's see. Okay. Hey, our Everton friend is in the house. Rico's 65. Nice to see you, bro. It's been a minute. I hope you've been good. I haven't seen you in a while. R.I.P. John Huss, Everton legend from 66. I saw him play at Goodison Park. Sorry to hear that. Our condolences to Everton, Everton Football Club. And I appreciate you finding the time to join us today. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Well, thanks to your concern, but not good due to your grandma's burial on the 28th of February. Oh, sorry to hear that. I hope you are all okay. You're all invited. Location is my village, Abba in Udi. It's not funny. They will be enough. The way you phrased the invitation comment is funny. But I'll talk with you in private. I'm not coming to Nigeria anytime soon, but I hope it goes well. And may her soul rest in peace. And sorry to hear that. And thank you for telling us. We're family here. Thanks for your answer, Ty. Do you know we are 1 point better off than we were last season, including the help of Thomas Tuchel, 10 points from last season. So that's something to behold, in my opinion. And Chelsea, Michi, boy! Nice to see you, Michi. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And if you haven't, please go check out Michi Boy's YouTube channel. It's easy. Click the three dots by his name and click on go to channel. Go subscribe. Let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Michi, you can also share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go check it out. Injuries can happen. Yeah, but we need to reduce them once caused by sheer ignorance. Them boys need to watch how Thiago Silva does his thing, neat and tidy. I'm not. I'm not. Yes, and I'm inclined to believe that one of the reasons for us having too many players out injured could be overcommitment, but I'm not sure I'm believing that too much. But I get where you're coming from. Let's see what else we have here. Those are saying Poch should leave. We should be careful because this time around, I think the players are getting themselves back. But our problem is a striker and fullback, someone like Walker Peters. I've heard people that name floating around. We've been, you can say, from last two summer windows. Actually, we've been last two transfer windows. I've heard that we were interested in signing him. I don't think he's. I don't think we need him. I don't think we need him. Coach, doesn't club have a brutal training regime too? He does quite a lot, which has led to on occasions them having a lot of players out injured too. Where not right now, they don't have too many, but there was a time it was again they had a lot of players out injured. In some cases, I think club's biggest issue is that at some point his players usually all get tired out. Yep. They all start playing as if they've been playing for 300 years at a stretch. Yeah, not 300 years nonstop. For I think that's a better language to use there. But sometimes also he's had injury issues, so but not as many as we've had in the past of late, in my opinion. Liverpool and City don't have a zillion kids. Wow. Sorry, got to take a call. Okay, yeah, that's important, bro. Yeah, yeah, yep. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Chelsea gonna enter final in the EFL Cup. Yep, I still believe we will beat Borough to get through to the finals. I believe we can. Yep. Look at Peters, but injury record is a concern too. I have not been paying attention to his injury record, but overall, I think it's not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. Coach, it can
Wow.
be contrary. Go ahead, Ty.
Peters, you don't think Peters good enough?
I don't think so. Kai Walker Peters.
Mm,
But that's just my opinion.
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's just my opinion anyway. Chances that he is, but from what I've seen, maybe I need to watch him even more. Yeah, I think people decided talking about for pushing for Chelsea to sign him. I think he scored a good goal against Manchester City. Was it that? Was it again last season or last two seasons? I think so. That was when people started talking about him a lot.
Yeah.
Coach, it can be contrary to that. Everyone, it can be contrary to what everyone is thinking. It's not the intensity of the training which has led to a lot of players getting injured. It is the body. Yeah, maybe it's because they're not taking good care of themselves. Moneymaker 3-0. Remember, okay, let's see. After, yeah, please go to Mitchell Voice channel if he has any show today, he will share the link there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Walker Peters not good enough. Lewis Hall can come back. I'd take Lewis Hall over him anytime, any day. But Lewis Hall wanted to leave, but he could still come back if Newcastle United decides, yeah, the money. They'd be better off spending the money that they're supposed to pay us in other departments and not in the left back position or maybe in the midfield
But isn't it
position.
an
I don't know.
obligation to buy?
But yeah, he has to. That's a criteria that criteria. If they don't meet that criteria, then they're not obliged to pay the buy option fee. It's complicated, really, and I can't just be throwing information at people. But at one point, we started hearing rumors that there's a chance he will come back to Chelsea.
Honestly, I don't
And
want him back. To be honest, I
even
don't
Eddie
want him
Howe
back.
did say during a presser that he's not too sure if he's going to stay or leave. So go
I
ahead,
don't
Ty.
want
You were
him to
saying
come back.
something.
I don't want him to return. To be honest, I really don't want him to return.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a place in the team, why bring him back?
No, he was twerking for Newcastle when he went, and I get it. I'm not expecting every academic player to be a Chelsea fan
Mm-hmm.
from birth. That would be crazy and that would be delusional for me to think. But if you're on an initial loan. It's not like you've signed for the club. You're gonna say that this is a brilliant moment for me and my family, supporting Newcastle. And I don't know. It would be kind of strange to see him return to the club after him preaching about how much he loves Newcastle. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not well acquainted with the you say constructs of his long stay at Newcastle United. I don't know. Um, let's see. How can they take care of their bodies when the training is dishing out barbecues on club premises? Wow. Levi Saul comes back if they finish below 12th. Is that the clause? Okay. He's really dangerous. Peters and can play both on both sides, on the left or on the right. But in my opinion, I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea. Carrick is designing a big boss for next week. Let's see. It's up to us to know that really they will defend deep on the day and try to hit us you say and hit us on a counter, and that can be effective if we don't plan for it. Yeah, we need to find a way to strike a balance between trying to cancel out the one goal deficit and also score more to win. It can be too risky if our focus is just to score goals. They can score more and even more on that day. So it can actually get ugly if we don't plan well. Oscar Walker Peters is good. For Forrest or Bolly. Let's see. Bro, did you see Victor misses this night? OMG, very discouraging, but I see a lot of talent in him. Uh strikers miss a lot of chances. Yeah, there are so many reasons why he may have missed that one, but I don't want to go into it. I'm not going to judge him because of two misses in a game or three in total since the AFCON game started. No, he's a human being. It's difficult to say whether a player is good enough for Chelsea right now because we are so in the mud. We are looking at Ferguson for 100 million. Are we really looking at him? And I don't think we'd pay 100 million for him. But that's just my opinion anyway. Ty, were you going to say something?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't think we're that crazy. I don't think that's crazy. That's crazy. He's not proven in the Premier League. He's not proven at the highest level. He still struggles, like every other player that we have in the team. And then you can't determine that because sometimes some players struggle at some club and then they become excellent on another club. But
Mhm.
the sample size to say that he's worth that amount of investment, it's not really high, and it's not one that is logical. I don't think anybody who thinks rationally would make such a decision. It would be kind of foolish to do that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Ty. Coach, when a player's recovery procedure, when a player recovery procedure after games includes chatting at 2 o'clock at night with Miss. What can you expect? Don't get me to be saying that name, really. And the Chipchilla out and Chimera is in the house. I appreciate you, Chimera, finding the time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, brother. Um, Nice to see you. And Chimera out. I don't think Chelsea will go for Ferguson. Just rumors, mate. That's how I see it too. Question for Chelsea sessions again. Do you want a left back in
Oh
the
my
January
goodness.
market? And that's the last question we'll take from you, Rich Money Makers. But Ty, go ahead, answer the question.
Yes, yes, and I'm gonna say a name that I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with. Obviously, Alfonso Davies is one that I think every football fan would like. Obviously, I think he has medical issues as well. I think he picked up a heart condition after picking up the illness that took people. But I'm thinking of no, not Matty Cash. Matty Cash is a right back. Never mind, not Matty Cash. What's that guy's name? Crap, he was I don't
What's
remember
what
his
guy from
name.
where?
He plays for us from Aston Villa. I don't remember his name. It's not Matty Cash. Matty Cash is a right back, I think, or is he left back? No, Matty Cash is a right back. I remember that Matt Target was a left back at Aston Villa. I don't remember his name. Goodness gracious. Name slips me. Oh, but yes, my short answer is yes. I want us to get a left back. We need a left back. Matson is gone. Kukrela is still not back yet. Chilwell is coming back, but he's not going to be there. You need competition. And I'd prefer to see Levi Cole play centrally rather than as a left back because he's struggled. Um, and I'm not gonna blame him per se for the goal we conceded against Middlesbrough, but he's not a good 1v1 defender as it relates to playing wide. It's been proven he gets beaten quite easily. The ball bounces off his foot. His approach isn't the greatest, and he's young, so I'm not going to be hard on him for that. But he's not that type of player. So you're trying to mold a player who, in a season where the demands are high, it's not logical. You need competition. Levi Cole playing as a left back, he has no competition. So if he performs poor, he's just him. Chilwell is coming back, so he's not gonna be the greatest player. He's gonna have to readjust. So we definitely need a left back. We need someone that is seasoned, someone who's been playing consistently, and someone who has been impressing. The thing is that the market is so small, and to sign somebody in January is kind of difficult. So yes, again, it goes back to my point earlier about if we actually have competent scouts, you find somebody even who's on a loan and you sign them, and then you see what happens from there. But we definitely need a left back. We need competition. Kukurea isn't back yet. Chilwell is just come back, so we definitely need competition. And you never know, anything can happen, and we have to think worst case because a lot of bad things have happened to Chelsea this season.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Ty. Okay, I know I'm just proving a point. A prime Chelsea would never ever be linked with those whatever you say. That keep dropping the likes, understream people. The likes will go along with. Jackson was spotted asking, "Oh my goodness, proof is in the pudding." I agree with you. Brighton must be on some voodoo thing. Maybe they are. Alfonso Davis, the guy who cooked Reece James. Not just once but twice. A good player, but do I think Bayern would sell right now? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I'm not well acquainted with his current contract. Yes, we have a left back
I think his
Chile.
contract expires in 2 years, I believe.
Yeah, so I think that they still have time. If anything, in the summer maybe. Yes, we have a left back Chilwell, but injury won't allow him to rest. No, yeah, that's a good way to see it. But his availability is the best ability. As Ty would say, I think I've heard Monster FC say that too. You reminded me about something I had. We want to swap Chilwell with David from Munich. Bro, please confirm. Just rumors. I don't believe that. I don't think Bayern will agree for a swap deal that involves Ben Chilwell going to Bayern and us getting Alfonso Davis. Wow. Yeah, I don't think it will happen. Chilwell, Danny Drinkwine, Marco Correa, uh, Moises Casado, and then scouts. Brighton just taking the. Yeah, they are. I have to say that I have heard all our position teams are aiming for Levi Cole for our weaknesses to beat us. And great answer, just sessions. Yeah, yeah. I have zero expectations of Chile and James. I can't lie. We just cannot rely on them anymore. Yep, they are hardly available. So why waste our time waiting on them? Cole was brilliant in the last game. It is called development, but he's not a left back. And I haven't for once blamed him for us conceding or for opposition players targeting him as a strategy because I know traditionally he's not a left back. And that's why he tends to drift in inwards to come to, you can say, to execute his defensive duties and not realizing he's actually creating a problem or leaving a room on the left hand side. I don't blame him for that. There's an excellent player in him, but he's a center back and not a left back. We're still relying on them. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Rich want to make us people having a conversation there. So the Sassi, two things we've addressed. The first one, the second one, Axel the Sassi is asked, can Chelsea make top four? The season is still long. We are not going to reach a conclusion now. Even though we bid for him, we need to stay humble and focus on all the work that lies ahead. I think I agree with you. Yeah. Let's see. I just believe I
Is
Cole
that in
doesn't lose his
English?
confidence. I don't think he will. Sorry.
Is that in English? I'm wondering if you replied in English.
Oh,
Yeah, because he
we are
sounds like a
developing
captain.
Cowell as a left back. I'm not sure. Yeah. So Cowell gets a free pass. I would say I give him a free pass. That's because it's not his fault that he's playing in a position that he doesn't like to play in. Enzo Fernandez can reach Fabregas's level. I think it's actually more physical than Fabregas can be. In terms of passing, he has excellent passing in him. They're not the same, but they have the same. You could say they're equal in terms of their vision. Make a move and they will see you. But the difference is that Enzo, you can say, is more mobile than Fabregas. I can remember Fabregas was. Um, yeah, Enzo is everywhere on the pitch. I'm not sure if it makes sense to actually compare them right now. But the one thing they have in common is their vision and passing range. They're both excellent at it. Let's see what else we have here. I saw two. Again, every opponent targeting Cowell because they know he's not a left back. Because he's really poor in defense, and the Poch won't see it. If we won't even play him at all. Okay, let's see what else we have here, coach. I am surprised you've got any free passes left after you give so many to Gallagher. And you're not paying attention to my argument whenever I talk about Gallagher. Enzo 23 getting more experience now. Yeah, I agree. We get an experienced forward like Benzema, someone better. That's all we need for now. Others will fall into place. Keep the blue flag flying high. I agree with you. Enzo Fernandez can reach Fabregas' level. He's a player who has great quality. Is still young and has the whole future ahead of him. So yeah, he can get better. Anything else to address Chelsea? I expected to launch a big money swoop for Napoli striker Victor Osimhen in the summer. Ryan Taylor Sport. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. But maybe we should believe him. I'm just gonna do a YouTube short on that. Let's see. Amanda Broya wants to stay. We've addressed that one too. Anything else? Training photos. That's AXA the CC. And training his training gear running. I think that's it. We don't have too much to address right now. And if I get everything we have in the chat, I think we'll call it a day. And we have this Enzo passes a superior technical skills and has a higher potential for growth. That's another way to phrase it. And Ty has once again shared the link to his YouTube channel. Please, let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves more than how many subscribers he has now. And I want to say thank you to Ty for finding the time to join me on the panel. So to ensure that you get diversified opinions and not just me or a single individual. I appreciate that. Thank you to Chigozie. I believe this Enzo can reach the level. Yeah, can actually do more. What coach needs to do is to unlock his abilities, and as we become better, I think we'll see more from him. In your perspective, Kuchila, what's the rationale behind deploying Cowell as left back? When we had Ian Matson, they had to explain, other than the fact that probably he doesn't see Ian Matson as his ideal, or Ian Matson, you can say, wasn't at the time his ideal left back because of his height. Chilwell, I don't know, maybe the approach differs because it's more of actually in application, it's more of a three at the back approach. So I don't know. That's why he's played Chilwell in the as a winger rather than a left back actually whenever he's on the pitch. So it's hard to say really. I'm not sure what to make of it. Until we'll have everybody available, then we'll learn more. Let's see what else we have here. Great to show. Chelsea Sessions and have a great. Thank you so much for appreciating Ty for his answers to your questions. Thank you, Ty from Nuhu too. Everybody saying thank you to you. How many of you noticed a moment in the last game where Gallagher is just running around and the team is just passing ball around him? He's being ignored. Wow. Let's see. We scored 4 goals against City, Sports, and Burnley. So we've got goals, but I wonder what else the problem is. If you're going by that, I'd say the biggest issue then is the fact that we're not playing as a unit yet. We have issues. And I would say one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is our midfielders aren't doing enough to protect our defensive line, especially when Silva is on the pitch. But that's a small opinion. That's fraud playing with his iPad during games. No worries, brother. You're very welcome. Say anything else? Thank you to all of you. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Thank you, Mr. Chigozie. Thank you, Rich Money Makers. Thank you, Nuhu. Thank you, Ty. And please again, go check out Ty's YouTube channel. He shared the link there. You will find it. Go and subscribe. And the blue Tiffle game. Thank you, Jerry JC. Nice to see you. Thank you, Jerry Z. And thank you, Constantine Dante, who was in the chat. I appreciate you all. And if I miss your name, apologies. See you guys next time. God bless us all and bye.